Hey guys, Dan Lutz, Abnormal Outdoors again. Hey, everybody's wondering about my hoist. I've been talking a lot on Facebook Live. And if you guys, I know a lot of YouTubers watch my channel. I'm on Facebook Live every Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I had a lot of questions on my hoist. I told them I was building this hoist. Everybody knows me, I can't lift up nothing, and so I had to reconfigure. When you have issues, you got to figure out how to get around them, and this hoist is going to help me. Doing roadkill deer, doing deer hunting, and trapping. So what I got here is I'm going to call it the Lutz skinning machine. I built every bit of this. Let's go over some ideas. It's mobile. Why did I make this skin machine mobile? I have two machines in my barn. It's because I've been teaching classes. And for me to skin at these classes, I have to have something that'll help get by with this. So what you're seeing is this thing will go from, right now, as being transported down the road, it's about 9.6, makes it legal. But I can crank this thing up to about 13.8. And you guys got to understand why the lift needs to be high like in my barn. It's because if the animal's 5 foot long, it needs to be about 4 to 5 foot in length to pull the skin off of it. So that's why I made it adjustable height. So what we got here for is just a Harbor Freight 12-inch winch. It does have a hard wire. And I like the hard wire because I can bump this thing when I'm skinning. It also comes remote control, wireless remote for if I get down the ditch. It'll help me get down the ditch and it'll help me pull the deer back out of the ditch. So I kind of designed that. What you have here is a magnet. And what that does is that holds on the Lutz skinner on the magnet like that. It's actually going to fall on me like that. And on the other side is the tool. This tool helps me skin animals with it. We'll go over that in the videos. So when you come down the machine, what this has is, this does not stay on it here going down the road. This is pinned to take it off. This is actually where people make a lift to lift the deer up in their trucks. But the problem is, you need something stationary to pull them apart. So when you see this deer loop down here, the deer loop down here by my foot, is what I do is when I bring this, say I go down to get a roadkill deer. Now I'm going to take this rope and wrap around his neck and pull him up. Excuse the noise, guys. They're farming out here, combine. And so what's going to happen is I'm going to take the deer, I'm going to get it out of the hook. I'm going to get it out of the ditch or whatever. I grab my gamble and I hook my gamble in. Now this gamble, I've had it for probably 30 years. And once I hook it to here, I take a rope down, and you guys will be able to see this when I go get a roadkill deer. You'll see it all. I'll hook a rope deer down, and then when I hit the up button, if there's noise on the camera, I can pull him out of his skin. Okay, so that's one thing why it's set up that. The deer, I can do deer, hogs, moose, bear with this heavy duty setup. But when we get into the small game, because I had to make it so universal for teaching classes, this is the adapter kit. This actually come off my other skinning machine. And what this does is it goes down that hole. I'm not going to put a pin in it right now for the video, but you see I can pin this down here, and now I take my gamble, let's hook the magnet. Now I'm still working on this gamble. I don't like it, don't hook on this really good, but this is for small game. I can do, my coons, my coyotes. I've done a lot of coyotes with this thing. This pin here lets me adjust up and down even again, so I can get the real long coyotes in here. But now this, we shouldn't have to adjust with this. The machine was built for me because here's where the face needs to end up, because that's where all the detail work is. The face is usually the hardest thing to do. But when you build a machine, you want the face really close. You also want to be able to spin the critter around 360 degrees. That's why I'm not walking around it. So that was the other thing that built this. So this adapter goes here. That adapter's, the other adapter's for deer. This one comes off. This one's pulling pin here. This comes off. That goes in the truck. It's clasped down. Like I said, it's wireless. I've got my magnets. But what makes this really nice when we go down south, maybe hawk hunting or an elk hunt, or even a moose, I can go down like this. Now I got my cordless drill here. Let's see if I can get this to go down. And if you look down here, there's a nut underneath this. And what that is there's a big long screw goes all the way up this pole. And that, what it does is help me lift this. I couldn't get up on the truck and pull up and down this hoist. So once I put this on, If I got it going the right way, which I probably don't. Wait a minute, let me adjust my drill again. Don't know why my drill's not holding too good. Let's try it that way. And so what ends up happening, well, wrong way. And if you can look, you can kind of see it going up. And it'll keep going up until I hit about 13.8. Now it won't stop, but I gotta be really careful. So now you can see how it goes up, because like I said, I can't lift this pipe. It's gonna be a little noisy right here. That's the screw rattling around in there. Yep, that's the bottom. So actually I greased everything in there. Everything's greased, everything's waterproof. There's drain holes here on it. I gotta get up. So kind of give you a first taste of the Lutz Skinner, guys. When hopefully I'll get me a roadkill soon, because we're running corn. If you could hear across the field, we're running corn, which that means the deer have no place to hide. There'll be a lot more roadkills hit. So if you're out there driving up down the road right now, just be careful of deer, because they're gonna start running. Other thing I forgot to point out, guys, why the green straps on here. I do not need them on here. It really keeps it from rattling in the hitch when I'm going down the road. But if I wanted to pull really far, I put this hook on here. It's a hand hook, if I can step up on my truck and get up on it. But the other hook is up here. If it's fully extended, I can run these straps out, and if I had to, which I'd probably try to keep it as close as I could, to make a really long pole with this winch, to pull a deer way off the road with it. So I kind of overkilled it, and hopefully, I don't think I'm ever done with this project. So I think I'm always tinkering with them to make them look better and easier. Now since I was hurt, it has to be easier for me to do stuff. So if I got to use machines and batteries and you know, stuff like this to help me get through this, that's what we'll have to do. We have to adapt. We have to adapt all the time. We're all going to get older, and we're all going to get hurt and everything else. So guys, I really appreciate you watching this video. Hope you like my, I'm going to call it the ultimate Lutz skinning machine, I think. But I'm really happy with it, how it turned out. Like I said, I built every part of it. So guys, bear with me. Hopefully we'll get some videos on this thing working this year. Thanks again, guys.